Family, Kim Smye. Once again, I'm back. We're going to get started, as always, at the 6-minute mark. Today, we're going to be comparing Egyptologists against Africana linguists. As we know, Egyptologists translate Mdu Ntchr through Greek and Latin. Africana linguists read it through Wolof, Yoruba, Akan. So we're going to clear this all up. So like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to get started in the next few minutes. What's up, family? Tonight, I will be addressing the problem with claims about Afrocentrics mistranslating Mdu Ntchr. As we know, one group studies the Egyptian language as dead and foreign, and the other proves that Mdu Ntchr is living and African. And I use the Egyptian language for a reason when I identify and describe the Egyptologist methodology for identifying the language. And I intentionally use Mdu Ntchr when I describe the Africana linguist identifying the language. I want to also point out that the problem with peer review in regard to matters about Kemet should be obvious. I will leave this here so that you can see it, and I will go over it momentarily. And we should know that peer review is problematic just because of the prevalent problem with the Egyptologist. The ancient Egyptian race controversy should shed some light on why it's problematic to rely on peer review. Just imagine you KO your opponent, but all three judges bet on your opponent to win. So therefore, they score the fight for your opponent. That was check into joke when he won his debate in 1951 with evidence. But nonetheless, the panel still scored it as a loss for Africana Studies, and that's called gatekeeping. So we need to understand that there is a gatekeep agenda when it comes to peer review in some cases. I am not saying that peer review is wrong, but we need to recognize the problem with peer review when it comes to matters in Kemet. We are going to look at some scholars. I want to, of course, point out the most important scholar, one of the most important scholars in the revolution. Check into Joe. He advanced the studies for history, linguistics, and anthropology. He is our polymath. A lot of you who listen to me hear me say that many times. Check into Joe is our polymath. I want to also identify Theophile Omega. I will leave this here momentarily so decorated with academic credentials as well as accomplishments. And I tell people it is important to value Africana Studies and Afrocentric teachers as much as you value peer review. And of course, I want to identify Mdu Ntchr. He is a student and teacher of Mdu Ntchr. He has been doing so for 40 plus years. He studied under Check and Joke and Theophile Omega. Get started by pointing out the problem with E.A. Wallace Budge as well as Alan Gardner. On record, they have mistranslated Mdu Ntchr, whether it be directly or indirectly. And one of those is the mistranslation of Kemet. As you can see, the Egyptologists always want to relate Kemet to the black soil instead of the people. But we have the corrections even within Egyptology. But more so the focus is on the corrections that come from Africana Studies and Afrocentrics. I want to also compare the academic credentials gardeners when it comes to Mdu Ntchr, and I am talking about Malana Karenga. Malana Karenga is not a linguist, but his expertise in social ethics is just as heavy as Gardner's expertise in language. Here's another. Here is E.A. Wallace Budge versus Obalale Campbell. Obalale Campbell is a master linguist. I want to pose the question of who updated who. Did Egyptologists update Afrocentrics, or did Afrocentrics update Egyptologists? And it's very obvious as to what the answer of the question is, but I just want you to keep that in mind as we progress through this live stream. I want to point out some things that was accomplished on the Afrocentric side. It's already well known what was accomplished on the Egyptologist side and what the Egyptologists think. So we want to hear what the Afrocentrics think. And we're going back to master linguist Obalale Campbell. We're going to go over his methodology. We're going to look at this as it breaks it down for us. And as he points out, they can't even say the name. I want to point out that another mistranslation along with Kemet is the word for servant. And I want to say that the mistranslation is trying to figure out whether a keyword translates to slave or servant, or does it translate to something else. And because of the work of our master linguists, we know that this word does not translate to slave or servant. It translates to worker or citizen. So again, just like Kemet was incorrectly translated to mean the black land or the black soil, we have Bach, which was mistranslated to mean slave or servant, and it actually means worker or citizen. I want to also expresses. The term Afro-Asiatic was invented to distort the identity of Kemet. And again, checking into joke, because he is a native of Senegal, he recognized the Wolof cognates in Mdu Ntchr. Theophile Obenga recognizes Bantu roots within Mdu Ntchr. And we also have Mark Bernal doing his research and analysis. So we begin to see who or which side is mistranslating Mdu Ntchr. And we begin to see who is actually updating who. I want to leave this here for a moment. I just want to let it be visualized that we have key Africana scholars who critiqued and corrected translations by earlier Egyptologists. And again, another key thing that Africana scholars did with Mdu Ntchr is that they caught Egyptologists mistranslating keywords that actually determine the social conditions in Kemet and whether or not slavery actually existed or existed in Kemet. Also, let this be known and seen. This is dealing with, again, the social conditions as well as the rituals for burial in Kemet. This is just an example of many. a correct interpretation of Ma'at. So his translations have value. I want to also point out Dr. Ntchr. He also connects Mdu Ntchr with living languages in Africa. So I want us to keep that in mind. Along with Egyptologists, translators of Mdu Ntchr, we also have Africana Studies, translators of Mdu Ntchr. And of course, I want to highlight master teacher, master linguist, Obatalake Campbell. I want to highlight Mdu Ntchr, Divine Speech by Jacob Carruthers. I also want to point out two foundational works by Cheikh Anta Diop and Theophile Omega. I want to point out Dr. Ntchr's book, Libation. It is a book that connects Mdu Ntchr to the living languages of Africa. I also want to make note of his quote, one of his quotes. He teaches us that the language of Kemet is not dead. It lives in Africa. Mdu Ntchr was studied as an African language. I also want to point out Dr. Mario Beatty. And his contributions. The panel is now open if anybody wants to come up. If not, I will be closing out soon. So in the meantime, like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to donate as well. I do take Cash App. The QR code is now on the top left corner of the screen. So like, share, subscribe, and donate. Hotel family. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
Nothing much, man.
You hear?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Good presentation, man. Good presentation.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm about to close out soon, so if you got something to say, just let me know.
You know, I like how you broke down the terms like Bach and ham to let people know that it doesn't mean slave. There was even a point where Smash Rockwell caught them with Pepe on Kem saying that the word Kem means servant. He did a presentation on it. The museum said that. They didn't say it meant
Right.
They said it meant servant of Pepe on.
Okay.
And when you look it up, they were actually royalty. That was his name. His name is Pepe Ankem.
Yeah, I have to look more at Smash Rockwell's work because I haven't seen it. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes, 1 or 2 shows maybe, but I need to see more.
He hasn't been on in a while. If I find a link to it, I'll send it for you. Because he hasn't been on in a few months because he's on tour. He got inducted to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame and all of that too.
Hey, let everybody know. Let everybody know I have, even though I have a small following, let everybody know about your debate coming up.
Yeah, my debate is on July 12th on Paradigm Shift TV. That's next Sunday. So everybody tune in, like, share, and subscribe to Brother Tahuti Afar's page. You're going to see him pretty soon on Paradigm Shift. But I'm dealing with this debate now. So sometime after the debate, I'm going to bring him on and hopefully he'll do a fresh presentation. But I'm preparing for my debate now. So after the debate, sometime next week after the debate, I'm gonna bring you on, right? I promise you. I don't know when, but I'm gonna bring you on, and hopefully you'll do a fresh presentation, or you could rehash one of these presentations.
I got you. Are you
Sure.
Are you preparing more? Are you more confident as you study for the debate, or you prepare for the debate?
Yeah, because all of the experts are pretty much saying the same thing. And I found one paper by Jacobus van something or other that the paper keeps coming up. And what happens is I think what it does is it cites some of the other papers. So I could just deal with that one. But JJ was talking about Mdu Ntchr, and I looked it up. And I let AI summarize it for me. And I'm not worried about that. It's pretty much the same kind of rhetoric.
Okay.
Apparently he's an archaeologist, a German archaeologist. He did some work on the tombs as far as the archaeology. So, and all the papers pretty much say the same thing.
Got you.
There's no definitive.
Right.
No one has they don't have any definitive cause that definitive at all. But
That's exactly right, man.
They're making it up as they go along. But I don't want to say too much, but they basically make it up as they go along in terms of how they feel based on what they see. But there are no texts to back up that particular practice. They're just going on, little bit of evidence here, a little bit of this there, and a lot of, well, we think this is what happened. And that shouldn't fly. We shouldn't let them just, we shouldn't let people with degrees just say anything. And that's why I think a lot of, because they have a doctorate, that means that because it's a consensus, that's not true.
Right. And that's the problem. Yes.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right or it doesn't make it wrong. It's just an agreement to say, we think sometimes it's right, but most of the time it's simply the most likely thing. Just like they might have a consensus that Jesus Christ is a real person. Based on, well, we just happen to, we just agree on this. We think this is what makes sense. But that doesn't make it right. It's just an agreement among scholars that this is the most likely thing. People need to understand what the word consensus means. They need to understand that when you have people like you who are reading the language and making inferences, it's a problem for you. It's a problem when Jabari makes an inference. He's a college professor and he had a degree for a long time. It's a problem because he's in a community. So he can't make no inferences with people that you never met. They don't look like you can make all kind of inferences. You don't question it. That's the problem. When you're Afrocentric, everybody have a problem with you.
Right. Because if you're Chinese,
but the fact is,
right. If you're Asian, if you're a teacher of Asian descent, teaching China history, you're allowed to infer. But just like you said, everybody has a problem with Afrocentrics.
Yeah, but some of the Afrocentrics have degrees, and the Afrocentrics are very informed on the topic that they're talking about. You don't see Afrocentrics that's just talking. They have text to back up what they're saying, and they know the history backwards and forwards. All of them don't have degrees. You see them on these platforms all the time talking. But that's the problem. They don't listen to that. They don't listen to the qualified people. They want to listen to the ones who don't know anything. That's who get all the support. People don't read text are leading conversations about Kemet. That don't make no sense. If you're telling me you don't read text, why should I listen to you? That's the problem. People who read the text and like you who can understand the methodology, nobody don't want to hear you because we're boring. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear the rah-rah. So come here to about 10,000 people, then we're gonna get some views. And that's the mentality. That's what the algorithm likes. Correct? They like the rah-rah. They're not gonna promote. They're not gonna promote scholarship.
Right.
People don't want to hear scholarship.
Definitely.
People spend 2 and 3 hours per day. People just don't listen. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
Nobody appreciates it.
It's definitely about the algorithm. It's definitely about the algorithm.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Boy, right now, Tahuti, my computer acting real funky.
I got you, man.
Keep this charge.
I want to close out soon too, because I want to keep these under. I'm gonna try to get these under an hour.
Right. I got warned that if I come into the debate with my computer like this, I'm gonna forfeit the debate. So I'm going tomorrow to let them look at it and see what's wrong.
Yeah, man. What's that? That 5 days away. Cool. You got 5 days to prepare, man. Whether it be the way you frame your arguments or the way you operate your computer.
Yeah, man. So I'll talk to you later, right?
All right, man. You already know. Yeah, Hotep.
Hotep, my brother.
All right, family. I'm going to close out soon. Remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We definitely know who updated who now. So don't pretend like you do not know or you didn't get the memo. I'm going to plan on going live again in the next 3 to 4 days. I'm going to create the thumbnail soon. But again, like, share, and subscribe, and I am out, family.